So another trade recap from today and yesterday. We're going over the trades. First trade yesterday, it was right after the class. Was already into the session. Overall, this was not a good trade. I shouldn't have traded yesterday, especially due to the large pre-market spike up there. We took out liquidity with that spike, as you see here on the hourly there. We should have not traded. Was expected consolidation afterwards, but because I haven't traded or I'm not able to trade so often due to other circumstances, and the funded pressure caught up. And yeah, I mean, this was a perfect setup. I still executed pretty well. Sweep, inverse fair value gap, got the retrace, and the 1 minute confirmation, but we couldn't make the whole move up, only moved half my position, and after that got stopped out at break even. Yeah, this was, I would say, this was a loss. I did some more notes on that, like execution was okay. It was a bit forced. I want to, yeah, that's what I said. I want to seize every opportunity, which are scarce. So I want to trade it already in this session right after class. I talked to myself into being mentally ready, but I wasn't really. Like, there was like this inner sabotage I couldn't handle yesterday, and yeah, that's also true. I gotta put more value into identifying high probable versus low probable trading sessions, because right now I'm like, if I get a trading session, because like for 1 or 2 weeks I was not trading due to outer circumstances or to, I don't know what, like either not being mentally fully ready because I had other things going on, and but mostly were outer circumstances that led to me not being able to trade. And so it was like, this was like one trading session I could make up after like a week of not trading. And yeah, this, but as I said, was this funded pressure, and still I gotta identify high probable versus low probable setups. No matter how often I trade, I gotta have the discipline to say, if this is a low probable trading day, no matter if this is the only trading day in the month, I won't trade, or I will reduce risk, or like not look for bad setups. Exactly. And what else? Yeah, the funded trap. I'm like, yeah, that's also an issue. Like, over the last year, I've like back tested like hell, like on average, like multiple hours a day, like sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a day. And yeah, it's like I've been really into this trading shit over the last year and a half, and right now I got some other shit going on, some other projects, and so I've lost a little bit of focus on trading, but also because I'm a little bit too overconfident in my trading abilities, and so I'm not constantly doing like my mental reps, doing like my backtesting sessions, and so I will do more of 30 minutes of repetition just every single day. Like I have I know my strategy. I got the psychology, I got the execution, I got the check. Like, it's everything is ready, but as it's like an athlete who doesn't train. Also, if he's even a professional gotta train. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, even if it's half an hour a day, and I got other projects running, like, take half an hour of your day and just backtest, focus on execution, focus on the mental part, and this alone will take away that funded pressure, because like you get chart exposure and you get always, yeah, as I said, always this chart exposure, and don't have to worry if that you're not trading or you gotta get back to the charts. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in myself. And yeah, and another thing that was bad on this trade was because I was so late and rushed into this session, I wasn't really looking at the risk or lot size before the trade, and I initially risked 10x the amount of my initial trading size, stop loss size. I immediately cut it down. Didn't lost any money, but this was also like one of those mistakes that wouldn't have happened if I would have traded a normal high probability session where it would have been 20 minutes before market open at the market in a calm state, locked in, ready. Yeah, yesterday was just forced. It was forced, and it was the inner saboteur. I was sabotaging myself, like, oh, I need to trade again, I need to make this work out, I need to make money. And this is the fucking wrong mindset. Yeah, it is the wrong mindset for trading, at least. And yeah, we ended the day with $0 break even, as I said. So we come to today and another pretty ugly trade for me. Coming into the session, my bias was clearly bullish because, like, as you see, there's nothing to the downside, and there were some sort of things to the upside, like some liquidity. But like coming into the session, my bias was clearly, I didn't take this trade. This would have been the trade I should have taken. I'll delete that right now. Coming into the session, my bias was pretty much consolidation, some bullish movement till those till this low resistance liquidity, which happened. Like this exactly, my bias played out. But I was ready for the session. But as well, today I didn't got any reps in before the session, didn't do anything of that. Haven't learned from yesterday, but I surely learned it now. I took this ugly trade to the downside, where there was nothing to the downside. This was a FOMO trade. I was not aware in the moment of execution that there was FOMO. In my head I was thinking, what if I miss out? This looks realistic. I was predicting the future. I was making things up just to take this trade because this trade looked okay. Like it looked like a setup on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute, because we had the retrace into the FEG and then the 1 minute IFEG. But what I'm trying, that's something still in my head, when I see a setup on the 5 minute, execute. No, all the time frames have to be in line with each other. So that's the part about that. And looking at that after the trade, I'm like thinking, how did I recognize that I was not, that was just FOMO and just like, what if I miss out thoughts. Like, yeah, this was a very, very bad trade, and I immediately recognized it after going into the trade what I've done. Of course, stopped out. Nothing to the downside. Like, I was judging my trade on that the RR was okay of a 238, but look at the look at those biggest stop loss. Like, yeah, today as well was very bad. Like, from execution perspective, to losing days. Yesterday we lost no money, but today we lost $2,434, which is pretty disgusting. Looking at the low probable environment again and forcing a trade on the funded. And yeah, also made some notes on that, and you can see I also wrote out like the mentor reps, like you don't have to do it anymore like 4 hours a day. I know, like I got other projects running, but like every day some execution, some backtesting, some reps, every day some reps to get this pattern recognition brain. And yeah, this is those are funded accounts, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm probably, if I'm going to trade tomorrow, if the circumstances allow it, then I will definitely very, very precisely look if I am able to trade, or if I feel so much pressure to perform or something, because then I will definitely switch to the demo account tomorrow, because this was my tactic. This should be my tactic, that I switch to demo account when I'm in situations like that. And I guess this is a situation because on the last 2 days I was not myself trading, and I need to get more reps in, and the sessions are forced because of the low frequency of my trading, and so I put a lot of pressure on those sessions, which is not good. And yeah, we cannot change the circumstances like right now, unfortunately, but what I can change is to get more chart exposure through reps, backtesting reps, to get this pressure a bit off. Yeah, and as well, I woke up at 4:30 today working on my other projects, because I didn't thought I would trade today, which also lead to a bit of a fatigue mind, where I was, like I said, not completely able to connect to my prefrontal cortex, like my decision-making brain, during the execution mode. So I didn't fully recognize I was having rational FOMO with missing out on the trade and like making things up just to justify the trade. And also I anchored my buys and didn't check the other time frames on the execution. This was just an example of a bad learning trade. But as I said, there are no bad trades, they are just learning trades, learning losses. We learn from them. Yeah, there will be better days. And yeah, guys, anything else? I don't think so.